Hi guys, welcome to Bath Fizz and Foam. My name is Robyn Smith and I am one of the owners of Bath Fizz and Foam. And today we're going to be making some bath bombs live. And we're going to be making black bath bombs. Ooh, spooky, right? So this is my humid weather recipe. I'm going to split this because this is a lot for one batch. Some people complain that it's like too much for them for one batch, so that's fine. You can split it and I'll show you how to do that. So basically this is all my dry ingredients except my citric acid and all my wet ingredients except for my fragrance. And I'm going to split that in half. I used to try to do that in my head and I just realized like it's not my skill, you know? Be good at what you're good at. And if it's not mathing in your head on the fly, then don't do that. No, it just makes it easier for me. And I don't know why I wore a black dress today, because this white powder is definitely going to get all over this black dress. It's usually like really noticeable when I wear black and make bath bombs. So I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and I'll use this later. You can cover it if it's going to be a while. I'm going to make some right after I'm done, but if it's going to be a while, you can cover it. You can bag it up if you want to use it like the next day. But I'm just going to use it later, so I'm just going to toss it over there. Now I'm going to add my fragrance oil. I'm going to use Palo Santo. Ooh, because Palo Santo is like, it's a wood. It's supposed to be like a holy wood, you know, it's like a cleanse, like you'd use it for incense and stuff like that to like cleanse you. And today I'm making some bath bombs for I haven't decided if it's a demon hunting kit or if it's a vampire hunting kit, but either way it's I want to say vampire hunting kit. I just have to decide. I haven't decided yet. I keep saying vampire hunting kit though. And then here's my citric acid. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in. Alright, and so the mold that I'm going to use today is this cross mold from Kata Molds. Now, yeah, I think that, you know, probably a lot of people think that this is more like Easter. But to me, it just screams this gothic look to it. It just screams, make me into a vampire hunter kit. Okay, and we're going to make black. So we're going to use the black color study. Whoops, just dropped that bucket. Yeah. We're going to use the black color study. Now, it's in my head, so I'm not going to like look up the exact ratios. But this is our probably our most shared post, blog post on our Bath Fizz and Foam, probably our most like popular blog post. And so the black color study is so that you can make black bath bombs without having to use black oxides, black micas, activated charcoal, things like that that will stain your bathtub. So we're just going to start loading this up with color. And now if you can buy pre-blended, you can buy lakes that are already mixed up ahead of time for you. If you want to. Okay, so I'm going to do, oops. So I'm going to do 2 parts, blue and red, and then 1 part of everything else, and then we're going to see where we're at with it, and I might need to add a little bit more color. The blog post gives you a ratio, so it's like, you know, you scale it up or down according to how big your batch is, and it's not like going to be an exact science because there's different dye loads in the different suppliers. So I have some from some suppliers, and I feel like I have to use like a lot more of the lake colorant for that. And these are lakes. These are not dyes. So lakes are basically the dye has been sprayed onto a substrate so that it carries the dye through it and it's less concentrated. But they're a little bit easier to work with in my opinion. I'm running low on red 27. But they're a little bit easier to work with than dyes, and they will still give you great color payout. You just have to really, you have to add a lot more, which is why they're cheaper. So anyway, hi Alicia, how are you? Is it Alicia or Alicia? Never asked. I don't know how you would tell me on the thing. So you can see it's already kind of turning like a gray color, and the thing that you have to remember with lakes is that what you see is what you get. So if this is looking gray to me right now, then my bath bombs are going to look gray. Now I do plan on painting these, so it is okay if they turn out looking gray, but Alicia, the first way. Okay. Yeah, so I am going to paint them, so it's okay if they're not like completely black, but I do want them to be a little bit darker, I think. So I'm just going to add one more scoop of red and one more scoop of blue and see if it takes me where I want them to be. And you can see just adding that scoop of red, it's already darkened it quite a bit. And then the other thing is just giving it plenty of time to mix. With this recipe, I have plenty of time to mix and I'm not worried about it drying out or anything like that. But if you don't have that confidence in your recipe, then, you know, maybe color your baking soda before you add your citric acid, something like that. So you can see now we have a nice jet black bath bomb mix right there. I'm going to transfer it to a bowl and then mix it up a little bit more just to make sure I got all the parts that are down mixed in there. And you can obviously I will include a link. That's what I was going to say. I will include a link to the black color study if you've never seen it, if you just started making bath bombs and you would like to know how to make the black bath bomb. Unfortunately, like the supplier where I used to get my lakes from, they sold their company, and so I'm not like, I don't have like a go-to place where I get my bath bomb colors at the moment. I've been looking at TKB. They don't have every color though. They don't have, I believe they don't have red 27 or something like that. There's like one color that they don't have, unfortunately. But TKB has, so far in my opinion, has like the strongest color payout. Like most similar to where I used to get them. So we'll see. Alright, and there's a few little white lumps in there that I could mix in if I wanted to. That was from what was left on the mixer. I could mix that in again if I wanted to, but I'm not worried about it. Okay. And when you do add that many lakes, so this was a this was a teaspoon. So if you think about how much lake I just put in there, that's a ton. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to explore like how to make my own lake colorants, because when I was buying pre-made lake colorants, it was like $17 for a bag of like certified lake colors, and then using like 6 teaspoons in one thing. Like, oh my gosh, it was so much. It was just so much, and I just was like, money. Like, that's all I could think of when I looked at it. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to look at my bath bombs like that. I want to look at them and it's like, oh, it's fun to make them. So I just added my binder, which is water. You definitely need binder with this recipe, pretty much with any recipe. Binder is binding the ingredients together. So without it, you're just, you have a mix that is wet with oil, but not necessarily with binder. So you need that to bind your ingredients together. I can't remember how many sprays I did, but I'm going to give it like 2 more sprays because it feels a little bit dry to me. Oh my gosh, that Palo Santo smells so good. So yeah, this, I think I'm going to do Vampire Hunter. So I have like an old school revolver. No, maybe it needs to be Demon Hunter. I have an old school revolver, because you know, a werewolf, you have to have a silver bullet for a werewolf. I have this cross, which is obviously, you know, vampires. I can't stand the cross. And then, I don't know what the third thing will be. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Oh, Tamar says the black color study is awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad to be able to help people with that, because my background is in art, and so it's just one of the things, like, I may not know everything about bath bombs, but I definitely like have enough art history where I'm like, okay, I can at least explain how colors work. Okay, so one of the things about this mold, hold on, I have some samples, some testers I did of it. Okay, so I think that one thing that people probably look at this and they're like a little bit afraid because, you know, it's long and thin, and is it gonna break and stuff like that. It holds together just fine. You probably do have to take a little bit more consideration when it comes to how we pack it. So, and then let's weigh this guy. Let's see how much he weighed. Okay, he was like 4.5 ounces. So we'll try to make these guys around 4.5 ounces. So I'm gonna put the flat back piece in, if I can. I'm gonna tear my scale, and then I'm gonna move this over just a little bit so you guys can see me, what I'm doing. Okay. And then I'm gonna fill it. I like to just fill my mix lightly into it. I don't like to pack into my mold. And then right here, I'm just gonna, I just sprinkled and like patted, and that was it. That's all the extra I'm gonna do for it. And then let's see how that does. It's a little bit, okay. All right, quit fussing with it, Robyn, just do it. The other thing is that I normally like flip my bath bombs out. So I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna unmold it a little bit differently than I do with my other bath bombs. So I'm gonna press all around the edges. Make sure you're pressing it in there nice and pressed. Okay, then I'm gonna tap. Gonna move this back piece, I think. Come on, you. Suctioned on there. Okay, so it tore a little bit. That's okay. I'm not that worried about it. So instead of just like popping it straight up out of the sleeve, I'm actually going to pop it out of the sleeve just a little bit, kind of all the way around. Okay, like just a little bit. Now I'm gonna flip it, and I hate doing this because like I see other people do this all the time and they're successful with it, and like if you're successful with it, then like good on you. I tend to be too rough to do this though, so like I usually don't do mine like this. There you go. Looks beautiful, right? Yeah, I know. Thank you. Okay. And now I'm just gonna do that about, I don't know, I think I'll probably get like 8 bath bombs out of this. So now, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Elena says that you're late to the game. That's okay. You're not too late. We're still just doing this thing, just making some black bath bombs. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, I know that this is kind of an unorthodox mold for Halloween, but to me it just screams like Halloween. So, and actually, speaking of Orthodox, I believe this is actually an Orthodox cross. So my parents converted to Greek Orthodox like after I moved out of their house. So like my family is Greek Orthodox and I'm not, like religion wise. It's very different. It's really weird to be like a completely different like religious spectrum, like completely different spectrum than your entire family. like, okay, cool. I don't know anything that you guys are talking. I have, like, I cannot relate to you at all, and you're my family. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Okay, hold on. I just need to tap this just to loosen that up a little more. Come off. That time was perfect. So yeah, if you're like, I don't know, if you're afraid of this mold, oh, I just got black on that white wall. Don't be afraid of it. Just, you know, when I'm unmolding it, just popping it out a little bit just to give my fingers like some purchase when I go to do this. Because, like, I could use an unmolding tool. Like, I have this unmolding tool, but like anytime you have a bath bomb that's like just a little bit longer than those tools and it just doesn't seem to fit in there like quite right, that type of unmolding is a good solution for that. It makes me nervous in general. Like, I don't normally unmold like that just because it makes me nervous. I generally, like, what will happen for me is I usually like smash the top, like when I'm pulling it up. I like smash the top off of it. I don't know why. But yeah, anytime there's like a thinner part, like at the bottom, this long part right here, like, so if the mermaid tail, the mushroom, the potion bottle, those are Kata mold. Those are specifically Kata molds, but also any other 3D printed bath bomb molds where it has kind of a thinner part. Like, just add just a little bit more mix in that area and then just pat it a couple times and then just see if that kind of helps with that. Lena says the theme is black, black bowl, black gloves, black mix. It's very gothic of me, isn't it? Yeah. So you had a bottom stick like that on you too and had it in the wrong side. Oh, okay, yeah, that can happen. This one is pretty good about not having like a distinct right and wrong side, but I do have a couple molds that have like a distinct right and wrong side. And I say distinct, like visually not distinct. Like, not like a huge visual difference, but like, oh no, I popped it all out. Crikey. Let's see if we can get it. Anyway. Dang it. I was just talking and enjoying myself and I popped it all the way out. Ah, okay. Let's see if we can get it anyway. I might still be able to get it. I mess up, so you don't have to. Alright, let's see what happens if I haven't actually tried to do this. I just was like too much of a scaredy cat to try this, so. Let's see, my mouth just went dry. Okay. Don't do that though, okay? Like, that'll give you gray hairs and stop your heart. Don't do that. Oh my god, it worked. But like, I aged right there. Like, you saw my spirit leave my body, right? Don't do that. If you have to, you can, but like, I don't know. I guess apparently you can. It's just like, God. But yeah, there are some molds where it's like, they look like they don't have a right side or wrong side, and then they do. And oh man, that'll like play games with your head. But then like, usually molds also, after you use them a couple times, they sort of loosen up. And so like the hat, I love the hat mold, the top hat from Kata molds. So like the hat mold has a right side and a wrong side, but over time with using it, I can make it go through on both sides now. It doesn't matter. So Jane says hi. Hi Jane. This mold is from Kata molds. I've been eyeballing it for a while because I was just like, man, it just screams darkness. I know there's probably something wrong with me like that. I'm like, oh, a cross? That means Halloween to me. But like, let's be honest. Everything is Halloween. right. So I've seen it for a while and I've been wanting to get it for a while. So I decided to just finally do it this year and to make a vampire hunter, demon hunter, monster hunters kit. I've been rewatching Supernatural, so that's probably some of my inspiration right there. Which is like, if you don't watch Supernatural, then like, okay, that's fine. But if you do watch Supernatural, tell me what's wrong with me that like high school me thought Dean was like so hot. And now I'm like, ugh, he's a womanizer, he's an alcoholic, like, he is not at all like, ugh. Like, what was I, what does that say about me that I was like, oh yeah, he's hot. Yes, please. No. So anyway, yeah, I've been watching Supernatural, so that's probably also part of where this inspiration comes from. But you could do lots, I mean, there's lots of fun things you could do. Like, I don't do salts, but you could do salts because that's like a typical, like, you know, they always have to like pour a circle of salt for protection. You could do like the vials, the different vials. Like Kata Molds has the potion mold, and then Inedible Soaps has a couple like bottle, like, you know, hex bottles or whatever. So you could do like holy water or something like that, you know. There's like a bunch of different fun things that you could do to represent a demon hunter kit. And it's not specifically Halloween. Like, it sort of is, okay, it is Halloween, but it's not like too specifically Halloween where I feel like you couldn't like that it's too early to sell it. You know what I'm saying? There we go. I love this. Ah, I did it again, y'all. Y'all, I did it again. I'm just so used to doing it that way. But you know, everybody's going to have their favorite, like, you're all going to have your favorite way to unmold, your favorite types of molds. Like, I love 3D printed molds. That's obviously my jam. That's what I use the most. But that doesn't mean that it's like, I hate that. My heart just stops every time. It doesn't mean that it's like the best types of molds, right? They're just, they happen to be my favorite types of molds. There's also different styles within the 3D mold world too. There's like this kind, which is a push through, but there's other kinds which I can't grab right now, but there's other kinds where it has like a thin back line on it that doesn't push through. The gun that I have, the revolver mold that I got from Inedible Soaps, has that. And those are kind of nice too because they give you like a little bit more room in the sleeve for the two press pieces, so you just fill that up and then that's it. Like, there's not as much guessing, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, I don't know if it makes sense or not. Okay, this time don't push it all the way through. I mean, it works, but it's like gush, gush. That was good God and gosh at the same time. Gush. Bye, Bolly. So oh, Lena says Sam was Dean in Gilmore Girls. Oh my God, that's so funny. One of the things I do love about Supernatural though is like all the inside jokes within the show. Like, it has its own like world within the world inside the show. So like, you know, just lots of inside jokes, and I love that. Makes me happy. Okay. So I'm just doing it part of the way, and now I'm going to flip it. And so like I said, the black color study is basically it's just ratios. So if you're mixing it and it's still not looking black, you're going to want to mix like what's opposite on the spectrum for that color. So like blue and, no. You can always just add more red and blue. At the end of the day, if it's looking too blue, add more red. If it's looking too pink or purple, add more blue. It's just the outline. just a study. It's not like a thesis. Okay, that, I felt that. Where Lena was saying that one side sometimes snaps in better. Okay, look at me, making progress. Okay, so we taught we have an Australian Shepherd Catahoula mix dog. She's really not that smart. Like you would expect, those are two like really smart breeds. And our last Catahoula, that dog was so smart. Oh my God, he was so smart. And this one is just like, she was oxygen deprived or something. She's just not there. She's like it's real lucky that she's pretty. Okay, she's really pretty and she's really lucky that she's pretty. She's just not. Somehow though, we taught her to ring a bell when she wants to go outside, and like her brain has now lit up. Like those neurons are firing, and she's like, I have freedom of choice. Like I can ring the bell and go outside whenever I want to now. So I don't know why I'm telling you this story. It's just funny to me because we call her Ding Dong now because she just rings the dang bell like all the time. But like, there's probably a reason why I like introed that story, and I don't know what it was, but now you get to know about my Ding Dong dog. She's just real special. She's real special. Ooh. Okay, I think I have enough for one or maybe two more. And you can see, so this is one I did the other day, and it's not as dark. But this was because I was testing it, so I wasn't like, I was testing all of my new molds. Yeah. So, you can see, like, if it's not as dark as you want it to be, you can always add more. And with lakes, as long as you use polysorbate, you're not going to stain your bathtub. I mean, you can. It's just like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. A lot more than, I mean, and I've done plenty of black bath bombs, and I've never stained my tub black. The only thing I've ever stained my tub is pink. That's generally what my tub gets stained with, because pink is the easiest one to go overboard with. But the other colors tend to be pretty obedient and not cause issues. 2, 3. Okay, so I might have enough. I don't know. That might not be enough in there for another one after this. If not, I'll just, I don't know. I'll put it in a shot glass maybe. Because I've been meaning to show you guys how to use a shot glass bath bomb. Don't do that either. I mean, yeah, don't do that. Somebody in the Kata Molds group says, like, last week over the pencil bath bombs, they were like, I want to be like you when I grow up or something like that. And I was like, don't though. Like, get better idols, okay? Because if somebody's got their stuff together, okay? And that's like honest. That's some honesty on my part. All right, let's see if we can get one more when we're done unmolding this. Ugh, I love this so much. I'm so excited. I'm so glad I finally got this one to do this, because I've had this idea for like a year now. It's just so like, I don't know, Marilyn Manson to me. Just so gothic. I love it. Okay, let's see if we have enough for one more. I just don't think we do, but we can try. Okay, here. Do we? Is it enough? No, I don't think so. We can try though. Let's see. I mean, we can maybe make a shorty. But you're always, and then that could be my tester maybe if I get him to work out. Let's try to get all of that in there though. Now, one of the things people say about my mix is that it looks dry, and like, look. Like, I know that it looks dry. I know that it looks dry. It's okay, trust me. This mix is speckle. It's special. It's not like another mix that you've tried, trust me. It's okay if it looks dry. It's not dry in its heart. In its heart, it will go on and hold together for me. I'm just like scrapping together this last bath bomb though. Scrapping, I'm scrapping. Okay. We say our little dog is always scrapping. She's always running around looking for things. Okay. She's like a little hoarder. I mean, it's like just slightly shy. So yeah, I'll definitely use this for my tester because it's like just slightly shy of that 4.5 mark. But I'm actually surprised that I got another bath bomb out of that. So shows what I know. Okay. And speaking of pencils, I totally forgot to grab the list of names for, I'm doing a drawing for a giveaway bag to a teacher. I will go and grab that like as soon as I'm done with this and do that. But like, I'll just do another quick video of that because I forgot to grab it. Ta-da! It worked out just fine. Okay, so this is a half batch. Now these are 4.5 ounces. Usually my bath bombs are like 6 ounces, so I usually have my bath bombs be like a little bit bigger than this. But that's fine, that's like all this mold would hold. So that still makes a ton of bath bombs, which I totally get, which is why I'm saying, you know, if it's too much for you and you want to split it and save the other half for another project, you can totally do that. You could split this in half too, you know. But adding where you're adding your dry ingredients and then your wet ingredients and splitting it like that, to me, is the most efficient way because it has that liquid surfactant in it, which can be kind of an issue. So anyway, guys, yeah. Oh, okay. Lena says that she uses the last little bit to make a thinner version and then use it as your tester. Yeah, like that's a great idea to use it as your tester. And he's kind of off to the side here, so I know that he's the janky one. Yeah, so I'm going to set these on my drying rack and they're going to start drying, and then I will go inside and put all the names into a little like randomizer, and I'll do that in like just a minute. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining today. I'll include links to the mold that I used. I'll include a link to the black color study and to this recipe if you're interested in learning to make bath bombs. You should definitely join our Bath Fizz and Foam help group so that we can help support you. And as always, happy making.